Hi there, and thanks for joining me for another home workout. My name is Lucas Matthews, and again, about my experience, I've been teaching classes for 2 years, and I've been personal training for about 4. So I have a lot of experience in the fitness industry. I'm new to the video scene, so I'm just trying to help keep you guys active and mobile during these crazy times, and I'll be releasing videos every week for you. But I'm a little bit new to the scene, so I'm kind of learning some things here and there as we go. What we have for you today is a good weighted routine. I'm using 5-pound dumbbells, but for you, use whatever weights work best for you. And if you don't have any weights, you can even just use water bottles or no weight. That'll work for today, but I always recommend having some kind of equipment nearby if you're serious about home workouts. So we'll get started with a nice warm up to get our body moving. So we're just gonna start by marching our knees straight up towards our chin. So if you haven't started, go ahead and start with me now. We're gonna go for 30 seconds for our warm up. So knees just straight up, arms pulsing. We're just trying to get our heart rate up. What we're gonna do is pulse our knees up like this, and then we're gonna speed it up and go really, really fast, like we're just tapping our toes down. But for now, go to nice, steady pace, start breathing. It's just 30 seconds, slow, 30 seconds fast, and we're gonna do that twice. So get ready, set, and then go as fast as you can, just like you're tapping those feet down. So we're not marching out like we do a lot of the other times. We're just tapping our feet down and up, and pulsing our arms as well. It should be challenging. You should really push yourself to go fast. But we're getting that heart rate up. Moving those arms and legs. 10 more seconds. Want to push yourself here, not too much, but definitely should be challenging. And then slow it down. Same thing, just pulsing those legs, those knees straight up towards your head, and then pulsing our arms as well. So it's always good to find a nice comfortable rhythm. If you go way too fast or way too slow, then you're kind of cheating yourself a little bit. So it's good to find that rhythm that you know you can maintain for 30 seconds. Get ready, because we're going again in 3, 2, 1. Speed it up. Again, as fast as you can for 30 seconds. So not as fast as you can for 5 or for 10 seconds, but as fast as you can for 30 seconds. You should be able to maintain it the full time. Keep going. Get in touch with your breathing here. If you forget to breathe, it makes it a lot harder. All right, and stop. We're gonna stretch our legs out. So this is more like marching or walking. Reach your leg out, reach your arm out, just straight out in front. Really slow to start. Getting a good stretch here in our legs and our arms and shoulders. And we're just steadily breathing in and out the whole time we're doing these. And we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna speed it up, go really fast. So get ready and go. So tap, 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 tap. Almost feel like a little bit of a dancer here. Just tapping your heel down, reaching your arms out. Going at that pace that you know you can maintain. So it doesn't have to be exactly what I'm doing. Just as long as it's challenging for you, but still doable, then you know you're getting a good pace in there. 5 more seconds, and slow it back down. Reaching out. It should feel really good to stretch those muscles as we do these. And then you're just slowing it down, using it as time to recover. I like to do interval training like this because it wakes your heart up, it wakes up all your muscles, but it doesn't push you too much. It's still just a good way to warm up the whole body. So we got about 3 seconds, and then we're going fast again. And go. Tap, 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 tap. So hopefully you're feeling your legs warming up a little bit too, feeling that little bit of a burn. Always listen to your body. If you're feeling pops or pain or anything in your hips or your knees, just make the movements a little bit more shallow, not going quite out as far. We're trying to avoid pain. All right, slow it back down. Last ones, we're going side to side. Same thing, reaching out our arms, reaching out our legs, feeling a good stretch in our hips, hamstrings, quads. And just breathing steadily. I say it a lot, but your breathing is your key to endurance and stamina. All right, get ready and go fast. Just tapping out, sliding in, reaching those arms. It's a full body movement. So you got to make sure you're forcing your arms to work too, not just focusing on your legs like this, but focusing on both. That way we're waking up our whole body here. Keep going, strong to the finish line. And slow it down. We have one more of each. Today is mostly focusing on strength, so slower movements. So we're kind of getting our cardio here in our warm-up because we really want to focus today on building up our muscles. So use this time to really wake up your heart. Give yourself that cardio. 5 more seconds and then go all out for this last one. And go. As fast as you can. Manage for 30 seconds. And that takes us to the end of our warm-up, end of our cardio, and then we're just right into our strength training afterwards. 15 more seconds. You can do it. Just get in the zone. Push it. Before you know it, you'll be done. 2, 1. All right, go ahead and stop. You can kind of stretch out your legs a little bit. Stretch out your arms a little bit. We're gonna go in about 45 seconds with our first exercises. I always like to say, make sure you have water nearby. I'm gonna be taking water breaks throughout, but if you ever need, just pause the video, get some water. It's really important to stay hydrated, not just for your workouts, but throughout the day, especially during times like this. It helps to boost your immune system to constantly be drinking enough water. All right, so what we're gonna be doing is some circuit training for our upper body. We're gonna start the upper body, do lower body and core later. So go ahead and grab your weights. You wanna be at the front edge of your chair. This whole time we're having a flat back. So we need to make sure we're not rounding our back like this, but we have a flat back for all these exercises because all of these we're leaning forward a little bit. And again, make sure that we don't have our head below our heart, so we're not leaning this far forward, but we're keeping our heads up and our neck is neutral for all of these. We're doing 45 seconds for each exercise. To show you what the first one looks like, we're just rowing up, squeezing our shoulder blades together, and then reaching back out in front in between. So it's reach and row. Reach and row. So since we're going for 45 seconds, we want to take our exercises, our reps, really slow and really feel those muscles working. We're not trying to go fast and get cardio. We're trying to build up our muscles. So grab your weights, get ready. We're going in 3, 2, 1. So reach and row. Reach and row. Remember all those things we're thinking about. Keeping our back flat, our neck is neutral, so we're not crunched into our neck like this. Just find a place, a couple feet or a yard or so in front of you to stare at. Keep your eyes fixed on that spot. Squeeze those shoulder blades. That's working your lats, your upper back muscles. This one's really good for posture. If you have that rounded forward shoulder or hunchback posture, this will help to correct that. 10 more seconds. This first go round, we're going to take a little bit of a break in between each exercise, but the next one we're not. So that's 45 seconds. Go ahead and stop there. Sit up tall. Sort of roll out your shoulders a little bit. This next one, these are called reverse flies. So we're leaning forward again. Weights start together and you reach out and up. Doing a nice fly. Elbows bend a little bit, but you keep your arms pretty straight here with these. So that's what your fly looks like. We're gonna go in 3 seconds. Get ready, set, go. So just flying up, relaxing down, flying up, relaxing down. You want to keep your arms pretty straight, so I don't want to see it bend like this. You don't want them perfectly straight, but you just want a little bit of a bend in the elbows. Again, you're feeling this in the lats, but mostly in the rear delts. That's the back of your shoulders. Again, just remember, back is flat, neck is relaxed. For all these exercises in this first circuit, it's key that you keep your back flat and your neck neutral. It's really easy to tense into your neck. And that's just something to constantly think about in your everyday life, making sure we're not doing that. All right, go ahead and stop. Take a quick breather. Roll out those shoulders. We have one more. So again, we're leaning forward, elbows come up, and then we're gonna kick back and curl up. Kick back and curl up. Just making sure you're not gonna hit your chair, the arm of your chair. But basically what you're doing, I'm gonna show you what this looks like. You're keeping your arm up like this, your upper arm. So you're not letting it sink down, but you're holding it up high as you kick back and as you curl up. So when your arm starts to sink down like this, just pull it back up, hold it up high the whole time we're doing these. All right. On your marks, get set, go. So, kick back, curl up. Kick back, curl up. And remember to breathe. You want to exhale on the way up. Inhale when you're curling up. Exhale when you extend. Inhale when you curl. Go at whatever pace works for you. If it's going really slow like me, good. If it's going a little bit faster, good too. Just don't go too fast or too slow, because both of those make it a little bit harder. And if you go too fast, it's more of a cardio exercise, and we're really trying to build our muscles and get some strength training in today. 5 more seconds. And stop. Lower down. That's the end of the circuit. So we'll take a nice stretch here. Go ahead and reach forward, round the back, come down, up and around once, up and around twice on the other side, and then reach your arms overhead, pat your back, grab your elbow, and extend upwards. Stretch out those triceps that we just worked with those kickbacks. A few deep breaths, and then switch other side, same thing. Just always breathe with your static stretches. So we'll give it a nice 45-second rest, and then we'll repeat. So we're not going to be taking rest in between our exercises. If it's going to be a bit too much, just pause the video. But what we're going to do is shorten the work period to 40 seconds and just go all 3 back to back to back. All right. All right, let's get ready. Starting with rows, so we're leaning forward, rowing up. Ready, set, go. So row and reach. Row and reach. We're squeezing those upper back muscles. Exhaling and inhaling. Exhaling and inhaling. Just remember to keep a good posture the whole time. When you start to get tired, your body's going to want to cheat and not have good posture. So force yourself to hold that good posture the whole time. It's more important, really, than anything, I would say, in this one, than how many reps you get or going for the full time, is just holding that good posture. All right, we're switching now. We're flying up and down, up and down. If you need to take an extra few seconds, that's fine. Just try to keep moving. And again, always thinking about your form and your posture. If you have to cheat, you can set them down and do these with no weights or less weights if you have that option, but just keep moving the whole time. 10 more seconds and we're on to the last one. This really starts to get hard. All right, now we're kicking back. Elbows up, kick back, curl up. Kick back, curl up. These 5 pounds or however much weight you're using are really starting to feel heavy right now. That's good, that's the goal. Push through, fight through that burn. Maintain good form, and just remember, set down the weights if you need. There's nothing wrong with that. You're continuing to move, and using just your hands like this is that little bit of resistance that's going to help build up your muscles. But just try to do more reps, more weight, less rest. Try to do a little bit more each time you work out so that we're always improving and always getting stronger. And that's it right there. Go ahead and stop. Ooh, sit up tall. Roll out those muscles, shake out your arms, get some water. Great job. That's hard even for me. So make sure you have the appropriate weights when you're doing this routine. All right. So we're gonna work on the shoulders a little bit. That one was mostly back, shoulders, and triceps. We're gonna work just on the shoulders, the front and the sides, mostly for this next one, and a little bit in the rotator cuff. So these are ones where I would definitely recommend going lightweight. I'll probably be doing the second and the third exercise in this circuit with no weight, just because it's a challenging one. And so you want to make sure that you're not doing too much weight, because if you are, you're risking that shoulder joint, and you really don't want to have shoulder injuries. I'm sure you all know how scary that is. So we're going to start off real simple, just an overhead press, just pressing straight up, relaxing down. So we're going to go in 15 seconds. Remember, if I'm moving a little bit too fast for you, just go ahead and pause the video. We're all working at your own level. So if it's too much what I'm doing, then just slow it down. If you're getting a good workout, if you're pushing yourself a little bit, then that's all you need to get a good workout, I should say. All right, on your marks, get set, and go. We're going for 45 seconds, pressing straight up, relaxing down, up and down. Exhale, inhale. What's really important for these ones that we're doing is that we're sitting up tall. So we don't want to slouch down and keep our back rounded or arched. We just want to be sitting up tall, having good posture this whole routine. And same thing, relax neck. So don't crane your neck up or down. And just remember to breathe. We only have 2 sets of each exercise. You can do it. So that positive self-talk. All right, last one. Lower down. If you want to use weights for this next one, you can, but I'm going to do them without weights just because it's a little bit hard, especially with 5 pounds. I think 2 or 3 pounds is good, or water bottles, but doing no weight definitely works well with these too. What you're going to do is have your arms up, 90-degree angle at your elbows and your shoulders, and you're just going to curl down and pull up. Curl down, pull up. The hardest part of this one is holding your arms up like this, because they're going to want to sink down and they're going to look like this. You want to hold them up the whole time. Don't let your arms close, but just like this. So get ready, set, and go. So curl up, or relax down, curl up. These are called field goals or goalposts, and they're really good because they're working on the delts, those large shoulder muscles, but they're also working on the rotator cuff. So it helps with range of motion, and it obviously helps with strength too. Start to get hard even with no weight. Keep going though, you want to breathe. Keep that good form. We're sitting up tall, maintaining good posture. 5 more seconds. Don't quit on yourself early. All right, go ahead and stop. Bring those shoulders down. We're taking rest between each exercise for the first round, no rest for the second round, but then we shorten the exercises a little bit. The last one, you probably can use weight. You're going to hold your arms up in the same position, but this one you're just going to close and open. Close and open. Again, the hardest part is probably just keeping your arms up in a good position to make sure they don't sink down. We don't want to be doing them like this, but we want to be holding them up strong the whole time. All right, ready, set, go. So just closing and opening. Sit up tall, breathe, and just hang in there. Get in touch with your breathing. Now is a good time to really think about your goals and think about something that you want to accomplish when you're stronger. You want to be able to move better without assistance. Maybe there's something you want to do. There's a hike you want to go on. or anything. Just start thinking about your goals when you're tired and you want to quit. Find whatever it is that's making you exercise in the first place and use that as leverage to push yourself through these tougher exercises. There it is. Stop. Lower your arms. We're going to take a nice 45-second rest here. We'll stretch our shoulders in between, so let's just go ahead and shrug up, relax down, shrug up, relax down. Take a few shoulder circles, go in each direction. And then we'll reach across, tuck one arm under, and stretch our delts right here with a nice reaching stretch. Open back up, switch to the other side. And we'll do these again at the end, but I like to stretch in between after tough circuits like that. All right, so we're gonna go again in about 10 seconds. Remember, you don't have to do weight for any of these. Doing these without weights, as you may have done in some of my other videos, you know it's just as challenging. It's still getting you a good workout, but we're trying to work on strength a little bit today, so that's why we're adding in the weights if you can do them. Starting with overhead press. Remember with these, we're not taking any rest. We're going for 40 seconds and we're just knocking all 3 exercises out back to back to back. So let's get ready, set, and go. So press and relax. Press overhead, relax. Sit up tall, this whole routine. Breathe. And don't tense up anywhere that doesn't need to be tense. The neck, the back. Just sit up tall, relax everything else. Focus on your shoulders and your core to sit up tall, but that's it. And breathe. We got 5 more seconds of these, and then we're on to the field goals or the goalpost. So just relaxing down, pulling up, relaxing down, pulling up. Just holding your arms high like that gets hard. We're working on discipline here, endurance, strength, a bunch of other stuff. Sit up tall, push through. Stay with me here, show me what you got. 10 more seconds. Every time you do a little bit more than you expected, that's your body getting stronger and your mind getting stronger. Last one, up, just curl in, pull out. Close and open. Close and open. Breathe. When you get tired like this and your muscles are burning, your body breathing right helps fight that. It helps get rid of the burn, get rid of those waste products that are causing the burn, and it gives your body more strength, more energy to keep moving. So regulate your breathing. Watch what your mind is thinking. Never think negatively during your exercises, just think positively. 5 more seconds. 2, 1. Oh, drop down. Good work. Those are harder than they look. Just take a second to stretch out a little bit. You can do those ones that we just did. We'll take a nice minute or so here before we go into the next one. But good work. Those aren't easy. Arms are shaking a little bit as I drink water. So that's why I say you can do any of these without weight and you'll still get a really good workout. But if you do have weights, I recommend just like 2 or 3 pounds for all these today. But just listen to your body. You know what's best for you. And just make sure you're trying to gradually improve with time. We're going to work on the arms a little bit next, our biceps, and a little bit more on the triceps. So same concept, 45 seconds with a little rest in between each exercise, and then second go around, no rest, and a little bit shorter. So we're just going to start real simple, and we're just going to curl up and down. So with these, make sure you keep your elbows glued to your side. So I don't want anybody to be cheating their curls and curling up like this, or bringing their arms back. I see a lot of compensations like that, or people swinging. Just keep your elbows glued, curl up, and then relax down. All right, so we got those for 45 seconds, and then we have 2 more. So get ready, set, and go. Curl and relax. Squeeze your biceps, like when you're flexing, we're squeezing those muscles. You should feel that good pump in your biceps when you do these. And just remember to find that rhythm that works really good for you. If we go too fast, then it's all momentum and cardio. But if we keep them slow and we really focus on the muscles, then that's when we're building our biceps. Having strong arms is really good for a lot of different reasons, but I think the most relevant is if you ever have to push yourself up off the ground, out of bed, then having strong arms is really going to help with that. And shoulders, everything we just did before. Ooh, we're almost there. These really start to burn once you get towards the end. All right, go ahead and relax. That was the end. So we'll take a quick break. I'll show you what the next one looks like. So they're curls, but what we're doing is we're keeping our arms out to the side like this, and we're curling up and relaxing down this way. So we're still keeping our elbows in place, but we're curling up, basically curling the end of your dumbbell to your shoulder here, which is just getting a different part of your bicep. All right, let's go. And 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and curl up and relax down. 45 seconds. So again, remember to squeeze those biceps. You'll be feeling it in a different place than we just felt the other ones, and you'll be feeling your shoulders a little bit too here. Just finding that steady pace and moving through these at a good rhythm. Just remembering to breathe. It's so easy to forget, and it's so important to not forget. Sit up tall, keep your neck relaxed. 10 more seconds. Just hold yourself accountable to all of those. I can't see you, so you have to be thinking about it. Your posture, your form, and your energy. All right, stop. Last one. You can use 1 or 2 of your dumbbells. I like to use 1, and you can either hold it this way or this way, but you're reaching overhead, and we're doing a tricep extension. So you keep your arms upright, and you just extend up and curl down. If you're using 2 dumbbells, it just looks like this. You can hold them together, or you can keep them apart. Whatever works best. Everyone's a little bit different in what feels good to them. All right, so let's get ready. Reach those arms up and go. Extend up and curl down. Feeling those triceps. A couple compensations that I'll see happen. People will open up their arms and they'll bring their arms down like this. Force them to stay up. Imagine you're trying to squeeze your head with your upper arms and try to hold that the whole time. That's going to maximize your tricep engagement and give you the most out of this workout. Breathe. Stay consistent. 10 more seconds. Just breathing in and out the whole time. All right, there it is. Stop. Drop your arms down. Take a nice breather here, about 45 seconds. To stretch out our biceps, reach your arms out and then twist your thumbs back behind your hand and then open back up, palms to the ceiling. Do that again, so you're rotating internally like that. And that gives you a good stretch in your bicep. Just hold that. You can pull your arms back if you want a little bit more. Just sit up tall, relax down. All right, remember to get some water if you need it. We still got about 10 more seconds. And then it's 40 seconds of work, no rest, just doing our 3 in a row. And then we're moving on to our last ones for the upper body. All right, get ready, set, and go. We're just curling up and relaxing down for 40 seconds. Squeeze those biceps. Hug your ribs with your elbows. Sit up tall. Now is when it's good to have other weights so that you can maybe go a little bit heavier for these. But it's up to you. As long as you're feeling it working, then that's really what matters. Especially when we're all cooped up at home like this. Just moving. Doing time like this. All right, go ahead and switch. Doing timed workouts like this is good for your mind, your body, and your immune system too. Being up and moving and sweating, it's really good to help keep you healthy and help your body fight off anything that you may come in contact with. So we're doing these side arm curls now. Curling up to the sides, outside the dumbbell, touches the shoulder. 10 more seconds. Starting to feel that burn even with those lighter weights. And to the tricep extension. Set one down if you want, and then just extend up and relax down, keeping those upper arms up. Just remember to keep moving the whole time. It's a good opportunity to maybe watch TV and do these on the commercials, or just do these as you're watching TV. You can do these first thing in the morning, get them out of the way, or you can just have a set time. Having a schedule is another good way to get your workouts in. All right, we're almost there. Last one. Awesome. Go ahead and stop. That was the full routine. All right, give yourselves a break. We're almost to the end already. We're gonna do one more for the upper body, and then we have legs and core, and that's it. Time flies when you're having fun. So for the chest, what we're gonna do is we're gonna lean back, and we're gonna use the back of our chair here. So make sure you have something that has a sturdy back to it. And I'm gonna turn sideways so you can see what these exercises are gonna look like from the side. So you're gonna lean back in your chair, keep your feet planted, bring your arms up here high, and then you're just gonna press out in front and then bring them back in to start. So press and return, press and return. That's what the first one looks like. The second one are gonna be flies. So you have your arms down here and you're gonna fly out in front and come back down. Fly and return. Fly and return. And the third one is just an underhand raise with your arms straight. You're just gonna raise and return. And that one we sit up a little bit for. But I'll walk you through them as we move through this next circuit. The last one for the upper body, same concept, 45 seconds of work, a little bit of rest, and then we'll repeat with no rest and less time. All right, get ready, lean back and go. Press and return. Press and return. Try to feel your chest muscles here, your pecs. By squeezing, imagine you're doing a push-up. As you push, it's definitely going to work out your arms and shoulders too, but if you focus on your chest, then you'll engage those muscles and you'll be working on them, because that's really what we're going for here. Remember to breathe. Push out, breathe in, and in, out, and in. Less than 10 seconds to go. Fight through that burn. And stop. Go ahead and sit up. Give your arms a little bit of a break, and then we have flies coming up next. So I'll show you one more time what that looks like. You're gonna lean back, have your arms down here, and you're gonna fly and return. Fly and return. Notice I have a little bit of a bend in my elbows. You want that little bit of a bend. They're not too bent, but they're not too straight. Just that little bit of a bend so that you are not locking out our elbows. So ready, set, and go. Fly and return. Fly and return. Feel those chest muscles again. You have to squeeze. It's harder to do than it is to engage the back or the biceps, but the more you think about it, the more it'll work. That's really all it comes down to actively engaging muscles, is just thinking about it. In your mind, you're engaging those muscles, you're forcing them to work. Keep going, keep thinking about that, keeping your back, your shoulder blades against that back pad, core is still engaged a little bit. We got 5 seconds, see how many you can get, and stop. Go ahead and sit up, slide forward so that you have some room. Make sure you're not gonna hit your chair, and I'll show you what these ones look like one more time. You're just raising and returning. I think I'm gonna do these without weights this go around because they're pretty challenging. All right, get ready. We're gonna go in 5 seconds, 2, 1. You're gonna raise and return. Raise and return. So remember, if you don't want to use weights, use water bottles, use no weights like I'm doing, or really anything. You could do books, something that has a little bit of weight behind it, or you can just move, and that's still a little bit of resistance. You'll still feel that burn, especially after everything we just did. And again, just remembering, making sure you're exhaling up and then inhaling down, sitting up tall. We're almost there. And stop. Go ahead and shake out those arms. That's chest. So a good way to stretch your chest, you'll have to be standing up and using a wall, but you use the wall, place your forearm there, and then you lean forward into it, and you get a good stretch on your chest. Just make sure you get both sides if you're gonna stretch out those muscles. Otherwise, the reaching across stretch helps get your chest a little bit as well. Or you can place your hands here and lean forward, and you'll feel that in your pecs. But again, we'll do a nice stretch at the end to get everything. I just like to sort of stretch out a little bit in between my circuits like that. So get a drink of water if you need it. We're gonna go in about 10 seconds. All right, go ahead and pick up your weights, lean back, and ready, set, go. Let's finish up the upper body nice and strong. Press and return. Press and return. Feeling those pecs, your chest muscles working. Again, you're still feeling shoulders, arms a little bit, but if you think about using your chest, and those muscles will start to engage naturally. It just takes discipline and time and focus. 5 more seconds. All right, flies down and up, down and up. You can set down your weights for these two and do them with no weights or use your water bottles. But again, it's always up to you. I trust you to do the right decision, do what's best for you. Just make sure that for all these exercises, all these workouts, that when you finish them, you feel a little bit tired. If you're finishing them with ease, then it means you need to do a little bit more. It should be hard. You should be feeling that burn, feeling those muscles. If not, again, it means we need to switch something up. All right, that was it for that. Last one, sit up and raise. Raise and lower. Raise and lower. Finish up strong with these. Breathe. Feel those muscles working. Just push yourself. Challenge yourself. Almost there. Got about 10 more seconds. So close. And that will be it for the arms and shoulders. We did a lot of them today. Oh, all right, go ahead and stop. Shake them out, roll them out. And then we're gonna finish up with some legs and then a little bit of core. So I guess 2 more circuits. So for these legs, you can use your weight, and it gives you a little bit of resistance if you hold it here above your knee. What we're gonna start by doing is circles. We're gonna do 20 seconds on each side. If it feels weird or if it's too much, just do no weight. It's still really challenging without the weight, and the weight only adds a little bit, but it's something. So that's why I'll offer that option to do that. So what we're gonna start out by doing is just circles, going one way on one side for 20 seconds, one way on the other side, and then we'll switch and reverse it. So try to remember which way you went each time. All right, let's get ready, set, and go. Whichever leg you're starting with. You're just making circles. Sit up tall, lean back a little bit. You can have your hand on your chair, or if you're just not using any weight, both hands can be there, both hands can be up. That makes it a little bit harder. All right, switch. Other side. Excuse me, just big circles. You should feel comfortable on your hips, on your knees. We're feeling our quads, hamstrings and those hip muscles working a little bit. All right, switch other way. So what I did is I went clockwise for the first ones on one side and the other. Sorry if it's a little bit confusing, just try to remember it for yours. All right, other side, other direction. Just making sure you get both sides, both directions. If you don't, it's not the end of the world. It'll still be a good workout. 5 more seconds. All right, we'll go ahead and take a rest before we go into the next ones. So we have 2 more. The next ones are just gonna be pulsing down and up. You're either tapping your heel down or you're just floating it the whole time. Again, we're gonna do 20 seconds on each side, and then we'll do 20 seconds of lateral kicks. So just coming out and in, 20 seconds of each. All right, let's go. Ready, set, go. So just pulse down and up. Again, you can use your weight here if you want a little bit more of a challenge, but you'll still be getting a good workout without. Just make sure that your core is engaged and we're not going to be hurting our backs at all. Push it, and switch it. Feeling those legs working. Remember to breathe and remember to listen to your body. You don't want to be in any pain, you don't want to be hurting, you don't want to be uncomfortable, but you do want to be feeling that burn of those muscles working. All right, switch up and out. I'm doing the harder version, so remember the easier version is to tap down each time, which remember is still a good workout, just makes it a little bit easier. So make sure you're doing the version that's going to be best for you. All right, switch, last one, other side. Breathing in and out, hanging in there, and stop. All right, so we're just gonna repeat that the same way. Since we didn't really do a lot of rest, we kind of just did them all back to back, so we'll repeat it in about 45 seconds, and then we're on to our last little bit of core. So just remembering with these, I've mentioned it before, but just make sure we're not hunching forward. That's kind of compensating and using the back. We just want to be sitting up, leaning back a little bit, and you can use the back of your chair like I am right here if you need, if that's going to make it a little bit easier. All right, so let's get ready. We're gonna go one way with that foot, switch just like we did the other way. So like I was saying before, I like to do mine clockwise with each foot the first time, and then go counterclockwise the second time. Makes it a little bit less confusing, but whatever works for you. Again, it doesn't really matter if you get both directions, just as long as you're moving and you're challenging yourself. All right, let's go in 3, 2, 1. So just circled, a nice controlled, steady movement. So you're going at a pace where you're feeling the muscles. You shouldn't really be getting your heart rate too high up because it's not really cardio, it's all strength. Switch other direction or other side. I like to go the same direction on both sides. Just makes it a little bit easier for me. Just remembering to breathe. It's so easy to forget. Constantly have to be thinking about it as much as I talk about it. All right, switch. So now we're going the other direction. There we go, got it right that time. Counterclockwise. Just feeling those leg muscles, but not those hips. Don't want to be feeling it in the joint. You want to be feeling it in the muscles, not in the ligaments or the tendons either. All right, other direction, or other side, other direction. There we go. Got it that time. Confuses even me. So again, don't worry too much about it. Just worry that you're getting a good workout. But if you follow me this one, then You got it right eventually. Push it and stop. We're going right into the pulsing, so up and down, up and down. And remember, I'm doing the harder version here. I'm not touching down, so if you touch down, it makes it a little bit easier. But again, I'm not throwing my back into it. I'm just using my legs and my core a little bit. Switch. Just breathing. Whole time. Feeling it. Pushing through. This is almost the very end. Switch. Other side. Out and in. Come this far with me. Finish strong. The finish, in my opinion, is the most important. You wouldn't stop 50 feet short of the finish line. Switch, you would go through to the very end. Matter of fact, those last 50 feet or that last little bit where you can see the finish line, that's usually where you push hardest and you get the most out of, in that analogy, your race. So in this sense, in your workout, push through at the very end, get the most out of it, unleash. All right, stop. Take a second, you can stretch out really quick. Stretch out your hamstrings, stretch out your inner thighs and your hips a little bit here. All right, get some water. We're gonna go in about a minute. And we're almost to the end here. So we're gonna work out the core a little bit and then we'll have time for a quick stretch. So you want your dumbbells here for this first one. We're gonna do side bends. So you're just bending straight down to the side, returning and going to the other side. Just trying to feel your obliques here. So make sure you're coming straight down to the side. So not leaning forward and coming down, not leaning back and coming down, but just coming straight to the side. For 45 seconds, ready, set, go. So bend and return, other side and return. Bend and return, other side. So you should be feeling your obliques. Those are your side muscles in here and a little bit in your core too. So a little bit in your abdominals, upper and middle. But again, you have to think about using those muscles. Think about not using your neck and not using your lower back. Just actively engage your obliques. Remembering to breathe here. 5 more seconds. And then we'll rest and we'll go on to the next one. All right, go ahead and stop. So these next one, I call these weighters. You're gonna grab one weight, or again, you can do these with no weights and they'll still be challenging. You're gonna sit up tall, reach your arms out in front, hold it in the middle, and you're gonna slowly rotate over to one side. Hold it at that side, come back to the middle, pause, and then come to the other side. So again, you have to actively think about using your core. It's working your abdominals, upper and middle, and it's working your obliques. You have to force them to stay engaged and use them to twist, not just twisting with your shoulders or your back. All right, let's knock them out. Go ahead and sit up tall, reach, and go. So pause on one side, slowly go, pause to the middle, and then slowly come to the other side. We don't want to take these too fast, especially anytime we're twisting. We never want to go too fast because twisting can be weird on the spine. So on that same note, make sure you're not twisting too far, but you're listening to your body, keeping it all within comfort, and just feeling your core, not feeling your back, not feeling your spine. And you're gonna feel your shoulders a little bit here too, especially because we did a lot already. We're almost there. And stop. Very good. Last one. You're gonna hold on to that one weight, and these are called wood chops. You're gonna come down to the side here, come up and across your body in the diagonal line, and then return down. We're gonna do 20 seconds on each side. And with this, imagine it's like a reverse golf swing. You're coming up using your core. You're not just going with your arms and shoulders, but you're twisting You're keeping your arms and shoulders in place, so keep an imaginary line from the weight to your sternum and holding that line in place the whole time. That's going to keep your core working for the whole time. All right, ready, set, go. So just going one side, up and down. Slowly for each movement. Don't want to go too fast with these. If we go too fast for any of these, it not only makes it less effective, but it makes it a little bit more risky, where you're risking injury a little bit. We definitely don't want to do that. All right, come up on the next one and switch. Up and slowly down. Up and slowly down. Keep going. That nice steady pace. Almost to the end. So stay strong. Don't let your form slip now. And stop. Bring that weight in. Take a rest. Let's take 45 seconds to stretch out your core. A good one is to do a cat-cow. So again, I'm going to turn sideways so you can see what that looks like. So basically, what you're going to do is round your back, drop your head and neck down, and then you're going to push the air out of your lungs as you push your back into an arch. Drop your head and neck and stare up towards the ceiling, and then inhale, round your back, drop your head and neck, and just move through a few of those. Push your back into a nice arch. You should feel a good stretch in your back and your core, and then your neck as well too. So that's a good way to stretch. I would just move through about 5 of those. And just go really slow with it. Breathe with your movements, and that's a good way to stretch out your core and your back. All right, let's do it. 40 seconds, no rest, and this will take us to the end. Ready, so we're starting with side bends. Set and go. Bend and return. Switch and return. Last ones. If you were with me, if you were doing the full amount of time, the full amount of reps, you should definitely be tired. That's really good. You've earned it. You've earned whatever, a nice snack or something. That's what I'm going to do after this. But just make sure you finish up strong. It's so tempting when you get to the end to just say, oh, I've done enough. But if you force yourself to get to the very end every time, you'll always get the most out of your workouts. Go ahead and drop one weight, pull that up, and go right into those weighters. So one side, middle, other side. Use that core. And then, as you build discipline with your workouts, you'll notice it'll translate over into the other areas of your life. It'll make it easier to maybe eat healthier. If you're constantly training yourself to have the willpower to fight off the temptation to quit early, you'll notice that in other parts of your life. So start with it right here with me. When you want to quit, just keep going. All right, we're going into wood chops. Last ones. Feel those core muscles working. Feel good posture. Not tensing the neck. We're not hurting the lower back. Just using the core and the obliques. All right, come down, switch to the other side. Feel those muscles. Breathe. So at the very end, just fight yourself to get those last few reps and get them with good form. And that was the last one. Great job. It's a tough one today, all seated. And just remember, you can every time you go back and redo this, you can do less weight, you can do no weight, you can use books, water bottles, get creative with it. You'll still get a good workout if you don't do any weights, but great job. That was a hard one, so let's stretch out really quick. So we'll start with that back stretch. You're gonna grab one hand, round your back into a nice hunchback, come down to one side, up and across one way, and up and across the other way. And then we're gonna reach overhead like a nice good morning stretch. Reach to the sky, dip across one side, up and dip across the other side. Keep your arms up overhead, pat your back, grab your elbow, reach up and hold. We'll hold this one. for 10 seconds or so. Ideally, you want to hold your stretches for 15 to 20 seconds to really loosen them up and get the most out of them. Reach overhead and switch. We're just going to hold them for a little bit less for time's sake, but I recommend if you're going for flexibility, going back and doing these stretches again, but holding them longer and breathing. And then open up your arms, reach across your body, and hold. So basically you're reaching, like I'm trying to reach for that wall there, holding my hand under for leverage, and I'm feeling a good stretch in my shoulders and pecs. Open up as you switch across to the other side and do the same thing on the other arm. Just getting oxygen into those muscles so that they do loosen up. And then last one, we'll get the legs, so reach that side straight out in front. Sit up tall, lean forward, drop your hands. Feel that good, stretch up your hamstrings. And just maybe try to lean forward a little bit more once your muscles loosen up. After about 5 seconds, your muscles will loosen up a little bit. So see if you can get a little bit more out of your stretch after that. Go ahead and switch. Leg is down, sit up tall, lean forward. Drop your arms and hold. That should feel like a really good stretch in the hamstring, especially after everything we just did. And pull it in. Great job. Good job. Seriously, that was a tough workout. So if you stayed with me and you did it, or even if you did most of it and you took some extra rest, no worries. Great job. Just remember to try to get a little bit more out of each workout, and that's how you're going to keep progressing and keep getting stronger. No matter what age you are or what physical level you are, that's how you're always going to get better. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll be back, like I said, every week with videos to help keep us all moving and active and staying fit and healthy. But yeah, thanks again. See you next time. Have a good one.